Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco 2. We are through the January transfer window. Stuff to talk about regards to that, but not quite as much activity actually happening as you thought there might be. But in today's episode, we have got Sheffield United and Sunderland in the Championship as we look to push on for a good place to finish this season. So we'll start off by filling you in on what's happened since you were last here. Last time you were here, we had the 2-1 win against Reading and the 1-1 draw to Bristol City. Both pretty good results. Since then, it has been very, very good. We had Bury in the FA Cup third round, an easy 2-0 win there with Langley and Pomeroy getting the goals in the first half. Nice stuff. We then had Preston in the league, and thanks to an own goal and a Jason Rendell goal, we won that one 2-0 as well. And in a similar sort of style against Peterborough, another own goal and a Jason Rendell goal made sure we won that one 2-0. So pretty good results, those ones. We then came up against Nottingham Forest away from home. A Gary Langley goal in the second minute was all that separated the two sides in that game. So pretty decent stuff there. Another 3 points on the board. We then had Derby County in the FA Cup fourth round. Derby were 2-0 up in the 81st minute until we brought one back with Lee Phillip, and then Taverny scored one in the 90th minute. So that was really important. So we earned ourselves a replay there. That was a fantastic comeback at the end of that game. So I was very pleased with the way we played there. But we did succumb to defeat against Middlesbrough for only the second time against Middlesbrough ever. This time they beat us 1-0 though. So they were frustrating to lose to Middlesbrough, but they were overdue a win against us. Massively overdue a win against us, I suppose. So fair play to Middlesbrough. A 1-0 win there. We then had the FA Cup fourth round replay against Derby. It went all the way to penalties, which we ended up winning. Fairweather made some massive saves in that penalty shootout. Top strikers Pomeroy and Phillip missed both their penalties, but they did come back, the other players, to score their goals. So that was pretty good, winning it 4-3 in the end. So that was a good result. And then last time out, Sheffield Wednesday, a 2-1 win there, leaving it pretty late, but Ron Odling scored in the 89th minute to make sure we won it 2-1. So very, very good in between episodes. I think we do have a game in hand on the teams above us because we had a game postponed against Fulham. We had to have a game against Fulham, but that got postponed because it was heavy snow or something like that. So that was postponed. So we've got a game in hand. If we win the game in hand, we will go top of the table afterwards, which is very good. We sit third at the moment on 59 points. Newcastle and Swansea just ahead of us on 61, but we have got better goal difference than them actually, which is quite good. We're 7 points clear of Fulham in 7th as well. So again, that's very promising for us as well. And I'm pretty pleased with how it's shaping up. Rendell is now only joint top goal scorer in the league, so that's a little bit worrying. Hopefully he'll score a few more goals to get himself back on top of the list. But he is top of assists. He is phenomenal this season. As I say that, it's actually Javon Fletcher, not Jason Rendell. I don't know. I saw the J, and so I just made the link there. But it's Javon Fletcher top with 9 assists, so that's pretty good. Clean sheets, Nick Fairweather is the top in clean sheets. So he was a very, very good signing, and Jason Rendell is top with player of the matches as well. So we are looking pretty good. We've got some very good standout players. Rendell's not any offers put in for him, and he's not been recalled. That was my worry for Brighton, because obviously he's on loan from Brighton. I thought that might be the case, but it hasn't been, which is good. But over the transfer window, lots and lots of offers for Mitchell Watts, and I was going to sell him because the clubs were offering more money than what we signed him for, and I thought, yeah, that's good. However, transfer listed players available to us, no one for the right price and the right wage salary. No one was going to come in that was going to be better than him for a good price. So in the end, we haven't sold Watts. His contract does end at the end of the season though, and I did want to sell him because his contract ends at the end of the season. I wasn't going to renew it. I have tried offering that to clubs since the deadline day has come through, but he's not. No one wants to buy him essentially. Even if I offer him for a really discounted price, let's offer him for 300k this time. No one will buy him now, but it's worth a try still. But he probably will go at the end of the season, I would imagine. So we aren't going to lose him for nothing. But we did have offers of £750,000 at one point, which was hard to turn down. But because no one else was coming in that was better, couldn't let him go. One player has gone though. Mel Goff has gone to Barnsley for 140k. Another player, his contract was up at the end of the season. He was going to go for free. Hasn't actually played a game for us this season. This fixture here with seven appearances, that's actually last season. But because he's not played a game for us at all this season, it's just switched over to Barnsley. We're not included on there, so he didn't actually play a game for us at all this season, Mel Goff. So he's gone off now to Barnsley for 140k, which is a good bit of business, I think, to be fair. No one on the ins in the end. We did look at central midfielders, we looked at right backs, but no one good enough for the right price available. It's very difficult, so no one in the end. But I don't think it's too bad because we've survived so far this season. We're doing very well so far this season, so I think it should be okay. So I suppose that was all the transfer news to tell you about, all that kind of interesting stuff. Now we've got the game against Sheffield United away from home, so a big fixture here. Fairweather, of course, is going to be in goal. Fletcher at left back, who was subject to bids of £4 million, but we rejected them because Obviously, Fletcher is very good. We want to keep him at the club for now. His contract's up at the end of next season, so I am tempted to offer him out over summer because he's not Premier League quality and he's not really... He is good for Championship, only decent for Championship. If we really want to be progressing, we need someone better in at left back. So I am probably going to sell him for about £4 million, hopefully, in summer. But we needed him for this season at least. So Fletcher at left back, Tavernier, Reeves and Watts make the back line with Donker, Terode, Fenny and Frith in the middle today because, where is he? Jamie Brown needs a bit of a rest. He's a bit tired at the moment and we're going to save him for the next game. Rendell on the left, Langley on the right and Pomeroy with his 12 goals now so far this season. Lee Phillip on 10, but it's Rendell with 16 leading the way so far this season. Hopefully they'll all reach 20. I reckon they can all get to 20 or so goals this season. If we can do that, superb. So this video should be coming out to you on a Monday, I think. Should be a Monday. Or is it a Friday? Let me check. No, it should be a Monday, this one. I'm recording a lot in advance at the moment because tomorrow, for you guys, tomorrow I go on holiday. For me, it's like another few days before I go on holiday. But I'm trying to get as many videos out the way as possible, edited, uploaded, so it doesn't really make a difference to you guys when I'm on holiday. That's my plan, at least. So I am recording massively in advance, so I'm a little bit confused as to where episodes are and things like that because I'm sort of recording a lot, editing a lot. It's all a bit of a blur at the moment to me. But if this comes out on Monday, which it should do, tomorrow I'm going on holiday, so don't expect to see much from me on social media-wise, but videos, as far as I'm aware at the moment, they should be out pretty as per usual, so don't worry about that. A quick reminder as well that we've got some Formula 1 videos coming out this week and next week. 3 tester videos. First one's out on Wednesday, second one will be out on Friday or Saturday, sort of depends how this season goes. If we've got playoffs, then it might be a bit later. If we don't have playoffs, it might be on Friday, sort of thing. We'll sort of see what happens anyway with the schedule, and then we'll have one next week at some point as well, just to have a bit of a test to see how it goes, because I love playing the game at the moment, the Formula 1 game, and a few in the comment section have been saying, yes, we want to see that, so we're going to have a bit of a test. We'll see what it's like. It won't affect Football Manager content at all. I've said that before. It won't affect that at all as Langley gets the ball on the edge of the area, shoots, saved by the goalkeeper very well. But that was a great chance for us to grab a goal there. As I was saying, though, won't affect Football Manager stuff. It will just be like bonus videos for a while. I'm only going to do one season. If it goes really well and everyone really likes it, we can do more after that. But for now, I'm only planning to do one season. And even then, only one season if the test episodes go well. But I just thought I'd make you aware of where I am and what I'm doing and things like that, and that I'm not really around at the moment. So forgive me if I'm late replying to comments and tweets and everything like that. I do apologise, but it's I'm on holiday, so what do you expect? This first half, though, has been pretty boring. Not much going on at all as we enter half-time at 0-0, which I will take, to be fair. I'll take a 0-0 draw against Sheffield United. I said this last time, they're a very, very good side, Sheffield United, so it's not like we can be too upset with it, to be fair. They are 9th in the table at the moment, so they are pushing towards the playoffs. They are actually on level points with the team at the bottom of the playoffs, Bristol City. We have a corner, though, cleared by the first man, but Reeves can put it back out to Donker. Donker back to Tavernier. Tavernier back to Reeves on the edge of the area. He's got a lot of space. Frith, with even more space, shoots, but it's blocked. And now Frith back to Terode Fenny, who puts the cross in, but cleared. Still only as far as Reeves, who can bring it back into the centre of the pitch now. And Tavernier towards Rendell. Rendell back to Tavernier. If we can get it out wide, that would be good, but we can't get it out wide just yet. Ball forward's not great, but the clearance is even poorer, and Rendell's first touch is worse. But we do retain possession still. They can't clear their lines, Sheffield United. And Donker into Watts. He's got time to put the cross in now. Watts puts it into Pomeroy, who hits the post. How close can we get? Obviously not close enough. And Sheffield United on the counter-attack now. Fairweather with a decent save there. That's good, to be fair. And Rendell with a tackle. End of the highlight, but that was an exciting one. Corner for them now, though. Cleared by Tavernier, but only as far as Clark. Good clearance, to be fair. Got some distance to it, but no one there to help him out as they come forward still. Number 3 had it too easily. He cut through our defence there, and Fairweather forced to make a good save. Another corner for them now. Another chance for them attack. It's off the crossbar and in the back of the net. Akanji gets the goal for Sheffield United there. And set piece wise, we haven't looked the strongest from today's game, I've got to say. And I mean, it's unfortunate the way it's gone in the back of the net, how we've it's been scrambled really by us. We haven't done very well to clear that. Watts just sort of put it on the plate for Akanji there, unfortunately. And that's not particularly good for us because we're now behind in today's game. We're going to demand more out there. I reckon we also switch to the 4-4-2 with control possession on. Lee Phillip will come on the pitch. Can these two swap round? Do they prefer that a little bit? Maybe a little bit they prefer that. I don't know. But that's the only change we'll make, just because I want to get 2 strikers up there. I think that might be a little bit better for us at the moment. Fletcher also quite tired, so Turiak's going to come on for Fletcher at left back. That, though, they're the 2 changes that we'll make. We have to try and get something out of today's game now. We need to just have a little bit more of an attacking dynamic, and I think the 2 strikers will do that. Saying that, though, their number 6 has just cut through us so easily, and we're a bit standoffish. We're not really doing much out there, I've got to say. As the corner comes in again, where they've looked very dangerous. Fairweather collects it nicely, though. 20 minutes to go. Very attacking. Shouts. I've already done a shout to demand more. Once the next one comes up, we're going to shout, show some passion out there. Fired up. We need to grab a goal. If we can get a draw out of this game, I'll be very, very happy. But United are a decent side. They've moved themselves up to 5th as things stand as well at the moment. It's not all doom and gloom, because we still do have a game in hand. If we win, potentially we'll go top of the table. So it's not too bad at the moment still. We can still be happy in some regards. But Sheffield United again coming close, and I don't know if we've actually had a highlight in this entire second half. Final 3 minutes of the game then. Are we going to grab a draw out of this? I hope we do. As Rendell on the ball, back to Turiak. Turiak into Frith, and Tyrone Fenny now on the ball. He puts it forward towards Langley, who doesn't quite win it, unfortunately, and it's Sheffield United who retain possession, but Akanji loses it. Tyrone Fenny in the back of the net, and the goal scorer for Sheffield United, he loses possession, and we have been extremely lucky. It was actually Langley who won the ball there. Akanji just not quite controlling it. Tyrone Fenny through, back of the net. Brilliant. Right. Let's shout them to push forward. We've got 2 minutes. Push forward. We are very attacking already. Come on, lads. Can we grab a last-minute winner? Not quite, I don't think, as the clock ticks down. The throw-in's in. And that is going to be that. We'll take that. We will take that. Considering the circumstances, I will take a 1-1. I said I'd take a draw anyway, but I will take that 1-1 draw, especially in the way we took it right at the end of the game. That was really, really good. We've got Sunderland up next, who are 22nd in the league, down just outside, or 21st now, just outside the relegation zone. So you can almost guarantee we'll lose this one 4-0 now. After that Sunderland game, actually, we've got Leeds in the FA Cup 5th round. If we get through that, we'll show the FA Cup 6th round, because I don't think we've got that far before in the FA Cup, but we've got to the 5th round before, and it's only Leeds United. It's not like a big Premier League club, so I wasn't too fussed about showing it to you. So if we beat them, we'll probably do the 6th round on an episode at some point. As it stands as well, no club's interested in Michael Watts, obviously. Now that obviously they can sign him for free at the end of the season, there's no point really paying a fee for him. So actually, we could try and offer him a new contract. Maybe. He doesn't want to do one right now because he's cross with me still, because he wanted to leave the club, and I said, what did I say? I think I said no, or something like that. And then he got a bit cross with me. No, he wanted a new contract. That's what it was. Clubs offered money for him. He said, I need a new contract. And I said, no, you can't have a new contract. And that's why he's been cross with me, and that's why now he doesn't want a new contract, which doesn't really make sense. He's not really doing very well for himself at the moment. He's digging himself into a hole. Cardiff have beaten Forest, so temporarily we drop down to 4th in the table. A win in our game in hand would actually put us a point behind Swansea and a point ahead of Newcastle, so it's still pretty good. We can still go into the automatic places. Whenever we play Fulham for our game in hand, I'm not quite sure when we're going to play Fulham, but whenever we do that, that should be quite decent. Providing we win, of course. Winning it is the main thing. If we don't win it, doesn't really affect us, does it? And just like that, the game's come round pretty quickly, actually, the Sunderland game. Only 4 days off in between the 2 fixtures in today's episode. So not a massive amount of time for our players to rest. Frith is looking tired. Jamie Brown is recovered, though, so I think we'll swap those 2 around, actually. Frith will come off for a rest, and Tyrone Fenny will go into that centre mid position. So Brown back on, Tyrone Fenny, the goal scorer, of course, from last episode, or last game rather. He'll stay on the pitch. Fletcher and Reeves both looking tired as well. I think we might bring Latham on for Reeves, just to see how that one goes. Rendell looking tired, very tired, actually, but no one really. So we could bring Lee Phillip on. Phillip? Should we give him a go? Let's give Lee Phillip a go. As an inside forward, I think he might prefer that. No, he doesn't actually. He wants to be a winger, more of an inside forward. So those 2 changes are ones that we'll make. Fletcher for Turiak as well, because Fletcher's looking tired as well. So 3 changes now. Other than that, I'm happy. I think we stick with that then going forward, which is pretty good. Let's get on with today's game. Don't know if it is actually slightly risky changing it like that, but Sunderland are near the bottom of the table for a reason. So really, we should be beating them. However, we said that about Lincoln City, who was sitting bottom of the table, and we went 3-0 up against them before coming back to draw it 3-3. So These things happen. But hopefully today, it won't happen to us. The first 10 minutes, though, have been very cagey. No shots for either side, although Turiak's free kick hits the crossbar. Pomeroy puts it in the back of a net from the rebound. No Sunderland player reacted there at all. And 2 shots, one hits the crossbar, the other one is the rebound in the back of a net. Great free kick from Turiak, to be fair. Hits the crossbar. The keeper does nothing, to be fair, and Pomeroy just has to poke it past the goalkeeper there, so that's good. He's on his 13th for the season now, which is very, very good. Lee Phillips still on 10. Phillip needs to grab a few more goals. We might maybe switch back to a more 4-4-2 formation for the rest of the season, just because I want to get them both up to 20 goals or so this season, which would be good. Pomeroy gets his second of the game as well, so Pomeroy doing really, really well. I'd love to have... I just want them back. I want them permanently. I want Lee Phillip permanently, I want Pomeroy permanently, and I want Jason Rendell permanently. I want all 3 of them at the club. However, I think trying to sign them all would probably cost us more than 50 million. I don't think their parent clubs are going to let them go for cheap. I mean, I'm sure, I think Rendell, he's valued at like 12 million. 12 million. That's a lot of money. They'll go for more than that. Pomeroy's valued at, what's he valued at? Is he 6 million? Pomeroy, if he wants to let me click on him, unless I'll just hover over him. He's valued at 11 million, not 6 million, 11 million. And then Lee Phillip, he must be about 6 million then. 3.2. Okay, that's actually quite cheap, actually. We can maybe get Lee Phillip. We could probably actually afford to buy him at some point, but... Pomeroy and Rendell, we're looking at 22 million just for the asking price, just for like their value. That's what we're looking at the moment. I'm sure they'll want more than that, so we could probably up that to 30, 35, maybe even 40 million. Lee Phillip, I don't think they'll let him go for less than 5 million, so we could be looking at around 50 million for those 3 players if we actually wanted to sign them, which we're not going to be able to do at all, I don't think. So... we're going to have to keep loaning them out. Just keep getting them on loan until something happens, maybe. Either way, half-time, 2-0 up. Let's not think about those transfers for now because there's still a long way to go to the end of the season. We might not even get promoted. Hopefully we will. As it stands right now, we are back into second in the table. I think we should comfortably be in the playoffs this season. I think we are. We're now 9 points clear of Leeds, which is good as things stand. So I think really we should be in the playoff mix this season. If we're not, I'll be upset. The only way we would get 50 million to spend is probably like 3, 4, 5 seasons into the Premiership season when we're actually making a lot of money from the TV deals and things like that. So it's probably a long way off before signing them permanently. So unless they get released by the clubs, which I think is not going to be very likely at all, I don't think we'll sign them permanently anytime soon, so we have to keep getting them in on loan as it stands at the moment. But Sunderland looking to come forward, although we just made a great tackle there from Donker. Pomeroy coming forward, he gets tackled himself. But Lee Phillip can't quite get the tackle in there, unfortunately. He's doing quite a good job, Lee Phillip, on the left-hand side of the pitch, actually. He's doing well, as Donker now wins the ball. Javan Brown on the ball, he loses possession. Sunderland looking to come forward again. The ball over the top is good, and it's a pretty decent goal there, to be fair, for Sunderland. We've now got 25 minutes left of the game. We need to be careful. A bit of a sloppy pass there from Brown, and they've capitalised on it, Sunderland. That was a poor bit of play from us, and in the back of a net from Smith. A great volley, to be fair. That was superb. Game on. Game on. Throw in for us, though. 20 minutes to go now. We retain possession through Lee Phillip. He plays it back to Turiak. And we're trying to build down the left-hand side of the pitch as it stands right now. Brown back to Phillip. He's in a lot of space. That was a great ball. Phillip through, shoots. What a goal that was from Phillip. Really superb stuff from him. And that is why we have to have him in the side and why I want to sign him permanently. His 11th of the season now, which is fantastic as well. Trying to keep up with Pomeroy, which is good to see. Great bit of play from him, though. No one really challenging. On the left foot, far corner. What more can you ask? Beautiful. So a 2-goal cushion restored, which is good. And Langley now maybe to make it 3-goal cushion as we've just hit the crossbar. I think the keeper might have saved it. A free kick, actually. Someone was offside in the area there, apparently. But that was a nice worked move from us. I'm pleased with that one. 15 minutes to go. Tell you what, Pardo, get yourself on the pitch. You've not had any chances at all this season, Pardo. So have a go. Pomeroy can have a rest. Get ready for the Leeds game in the FA Cup. Sorinola can probably come on for Watts, I think, to have a go in that position. And then we'll leave it like that. We will leave it like that. Javan Brown into Latham. Latham on the ball. I think it's just for the highlight for the substitutes at the moment, actually. So nothing really going on, unfortunately. 5 minutes to go, though. 5 minutes until we end up winning this game with another 3 points in the bag, putting us up to second in the table as things stand. With a game in hand on teams below us. Swansea seem to have a game in hand with us now for whatever reason, that's fine by me. As long as we're in the top 2 by, the end of the season, that's quite good. If we can stay in the top 2, I'm happy. First or second, I don't mind. But as long as we're in like a top 2 situation, I'm very pleased with that. I mean, I'm very pleased with the way we played today. Great result for us. A great 3 points on the board. And back on track with some wins, which is really, really good. We've got Leeds coming up. That's going to be a tough game, I think. West Bromwich Albion also going to be a tough game as well. So we have got some tough ones coming up in between episodes. Not 100% sure when next episode is going to be. It sort of depends on if we have FA Cup 6th round, quarter-final that is, FA Cup 6th round games anytime soon. We have to beat Leeds, obviously, and that could fall anytime here. If we don't have FA Cup 6th round, I think we're going to go all the way through, actually, to the Lincoln City game here. Lincoln and Portsmouth will do, I think, next episode. Unless, of course, there is FA Cup stuff going on. Unless, of course, it's like a rubbish team in the FA Cup. If we've got like a League One side, we might not do that and see how that one goes. I'm not too sure, but obviously the league is what we really care about at the moment, so we won't miss any key league action. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. I think on the balance of it, quite a positive one. Great last-minute equaliser against Sheffield Wednesday and a great win against Sunderland, so I'm happy with those results. If you've enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like for me, and I will love it if you subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. And I'll see you next time for some more Lincoln Loco action.